should we hold people less accountable for things that they do wrong when they're in the middle of a group? Like, if the group is doing something wrong and an individual chooses to participate, should they get the maximum level of punishment? Or should the fact that they did it within a group, and we're social creatures, and if we're honest about it, we really care what other people think about us, should that be taken into consideration, not to let them off the hook, but to say, all right, considering the fact that you were with other people who were all doing this thing, and we know that group dynamics are very powerful, we're going to give you 80% of the penalty that we would have given you had you committed this thing alone. I asked my class this question the other day, and pretty much universally they all said, no, each individual is their own person. It is their personal responsibility. They have to learn how to ignore the group. If everybody's jumping off the bridge and you do it too, you still get the maximum punishment, even if everybody else did it. And I understand that, but to me that feels like we're buying into some sort of idea that is just not that accurate. Like, it's not taking into consideration that we are social creatures and that other people's opinions do matter to us, and by design. And I understand that, we have to teach our children, we have to teach ourselves to act independent, but that's actually not our reality, is it? I mean, we do care what other people think. Group dynamics, working together, collaboration for good or for evil is a real thing. And so it kind of feels like we're buying into an ideology that's just not really well grounded in reality. It almost seems like it's almost a religious belief in the individual. Like, maybe going back to Adam Smith and his The Wealth of Nations, that we've so bought into this idea that we are all individual entities existing on this planet with other individual entities, that we're ignoring all of the ways that we that we all impact one another, and it's not so much any specific crime, but I was thinking about the Capitol riots, and I was thinking about the fact that there were probably people there who showed up and they weren't necessarily planning on storming the Capitol, but the group dynamics happened. It didn't take control. They happened, and they decided to go along with the crowd. And obviously they should be held accountable. But I wonder if we should also account for the fact that they were part of a group, and that group believed that they had the support or the endorsement of a powerful government leader, multiple powerful government leaders, And I know people hear this and they're like, well, you're saying that we should just let them off and let them, people should just commit crimes and well, I was just doing what everyone else did, so therefore you can't hold me. That's not what I'm saying at all. I think that maybe we should acknowledge the reality that we are social creatures. Because on the other hand, I feel like we're kind of paying the price in the sense that we are very lonely as a society in the United States. We're very lonely and we're very isolated. And I feel like the same thing that causes us to look at people as individual beings is the same thing that causes us to be socially isolated and to be lonely for a lot of the time, not acknowledging that human side of us that is very lonely. And so I'm really curious what you all might have to say on this. If you have a thought or you want to share something, call me out on this one. Please leave a comments below. Thank you for watching.